What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Dre, and today we're gonna take a look at some. It's a little Facebook post that I saw a long time ago that says some untold scenes in Naruto, and wish we would have got them the scenes. So you guys make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get started. Starting off right here, it's Kakuzu versus Hashirama. Now, Kakuzu was quote unquote immortal, right? Basically, what he was able to do was he will kidnap and take 5 hearts, and when he takes them 5 hearts, he will add it to his body, so it make it seem like he was immortal. That way, he can use multiple different versions of elements in jutsus to use. And he said the only person that was able to get him a real fight was Hashirama, aka the first Hokage. So I guess a lot of people want to see what kind of fight that would have been, considering that Kakazu was so strong compared to Kakashi and um, Team. What was that? That was Team Asuma, and how much of a beast he was. It's like, okay, well, how did the first Hokage deal with him? Quite honestly, I think this is one of these fights where I think Hashirama pretty much probably dog walk him, not even trying, not even using Sage mode and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was like an older version of Hashirama too. But he could be in his prime. If he was in his prime, he definitely dog watching him, like clean him out the plate. If not, if he was a little bit older, maybe Kakuzu maybe thought he was having the advantage of Hashirama, and then Hashirama just completely destroyed this man. So either or, but that's definitely something I would definitely have liked to see. Let's go to the next one here. The next one is Minato versus 1,000 Shinobi. Hmm. Uh, I don't. That's interesting. I guess that's a little bit interesting, not too crazy interesting, just for me, mainly because from what I was looking at Minato and the way he fights and stuff, and the whole Yellow Flash thing, it's because in every kunai had his signature on it, right? He had like a signal on his kunais, and then when people have it, he can teleport to them faster. So this versus 1,000 Shinobi, I can only imagine how many kunais this man would throw in the middle of this fight and teleport so many times throughout the entire battlefield. And that's not surprising to me at all. That wouldn't be surprising to me. I mean, he does have the Flying Thunder God Raijin, which he ended up mastering because of that technique and learning small things. You guys got to go back and watch a little bit. Watch whenever they was talking about Kakashi and it was flashback where he gifted Kakashi that special kunai. You'll see a little bit of signature on there. That's because that is his teleportation technique. That way he can get to them faster. That's why he was really dangerous. So this right here, I would assume they was all low tier, like the Shinobi Alliance that fought Madara. I would assume that's about the exact same tier of Shinobis that the 1,000 Shinobis produced. That's the only thing I could think of. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Could be interesting. It might be a little bit of stronger characters here and there, but nah, I think it's just low tier, low tier. Next up, they says, okay, Kakashi's father's last mission. Yes, yeah. Yeah, either his last mission or the mission is the same one. This is the same one that he ended up offing himself because of it. If that's the case, then yeah, I definitely would love to see that's the last mission and what made him abandon the mission to save his friends. I wonder that. I do want to see that. I would like to see him in his prime at his absolute best in general. I don't know what they're talking about this last mission. I would like to see him get animated into what he was supposed to be. Because you remember they said he was stronger or just as strong as the three legendary signing. Now is that the legendary signing in the very beginning of their careers, or was that in the mix of their prime? Because if they was like this is prime signing and he was stronger than them, that's a crazy statement. I'm not gonna lie, that is a crazy feat to reach too. But yes, I would like to. I would love to see not only his last mission, but I would love to see him in his absolute prime, doing fighting whoever. I would like to see him in. Who was it? It was the hidden sand village, because Granny Chio, she had a problem with him. So I would love to see what he did that made her so angry. You know, we hear about it a little bit, but I would love to see it happen. You know, I want to see it in action, especially both of them in their absolute prime. I would love to see that. Definitely, definitely. Next up, Sasuke befriended. And that man did not befriended that man. I think it's one of those contract summonings. It's kind of like what Naruto had to go through. I would just assume like that. I wouldn't say they was best friend or something. I think he just bowed down to him after finding out that Sasuke killed, was it Mondo? Was that his name? I want to say. I think I'll assume that after Sasuke killed him, he just falls in line. Quite in line. He probably just fell in line, and that's pretty much it. It's not that I don't think that'll be that. I don't think it's that difficult. I mean, Naruto had problems, but as you could tell, Naruto ended up befriending a lot of the toads. So I would assume this would be in the exact same park that Mondo was a big headache, but he was a jerk, and this guy's not, and that's why him and Sasuke's friendship can 100% work out, in my personal opinion. This one here, they saying Sakura and Sasuke's love story. Don't they got like didn't they do a, what is it called, one of those novels, one of them light novels to discuss that? I would assume they done that already and they talked about their love story, but but in general it's not there throughout the whole series. It's really not there. It was more Sakura wanting Sasuke because she liked the Sasuke. That's pretty much it. Sasuke was too busy on revenge to really pay attention to her. And then at the very end of the series, like after the whole fight with Naruto and stuff, that's when Sasuke started coming around. But I think they already got a light novel about them. I would assume they do. I'm pretty sure they do because even in Naruto, the last movie, he, I mean, not Sasuke, but Sakura was still like on his jock with it. And it's kind of like we know because Ino already backed off and all that other stuff. So I'm assuming they got a light novel discussing that. I would assume so, but I don't know. I don't read light novels. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I haven't read no light novels, but that's what I'm gonna have to assume here. I'm assuming they already got their story, talked about it, and all that good stuff. The next up, we got Kakuzu and Hidan capture Fu. I mean, for what? Yeah, she's a tail beast, but she's literally going against two immortals. So I don't see a reason why we would need a full scene of that. I think I think we can just guess what happened. Hidan probably got a little bit of Fu's blood at the fighting, or Kakuzu opened up the opportunity for him to get her blood. Hidan gets the blood. Hidan does his damage to the body part. GG. Quite honestly, it's not. That's not that big. I don't think, in my personal opinion, that's just not that big. Not that crazy important in me. That's just me. Next up, we got the Two Tails versus Hidan and Kakuzu again. Oh, they fought. Oh, that's crazy. They went back to back. Okay. Because they went full. Yeah, they went full. Once again, it's the same. It's the same thing with Fu. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of the same thing with Fu. You got two immortal bodies that people don't have never seen before, don't know much or anything about it, and they know about the tail beasts and how to capture them. So I think this will be the exact same fault. I think the blue flames off of them would, I think that would do some damage, but once again, not enough to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Hidan has this ritual arts he can do, and then Kakazu literally has 5 hearts, so he's not like he's gonna be getting killed by a tail beast. Quite honestly, they kind of put a lot of hardcore plot for them. Not like like a major plot, but just the fact that being immortality, meaning they can survive through a lot of stuff, gives them a higher edge than anybody else. In my personal opinion, anybody else. That's just me. Oops. Next one is Fukaku's Manikyo Sharingan Awakening. Now this is all speculation, pure speculation. The speculation is that he could have stopped the Nine Tails from attacking, They said he was strong enough because he was also the leader of the Uchiha clan during that time frame. But personally, him awakening it, I don't really care too much about that. I'm not gonna lie. I think if anything, just seeing him in action, seeing him doing anything, any type of fighting and stuff would have sufficed in my personal opinion. But that's not just him. Like a lot of the other Uchihas that's not outside of the big four, which is Sasuke, Itachi, Madara, and Obito. Outside of those four, I would love to see any of the other Uchihas and what they could have done. And I'm not talking about the fillers ones. I'm talking about canon episodes. I would love to see how they moved around, how they fight, what techniques that they have, what kind of fire release that they have. Because we get a little bit of Susui because he was added to the Storm games and stuff, and we saw a little bit from him, but we didn't get to see enough. We didn't get to see enough material from him. So this is the same boat for him. Well, we'll have to see what he looked like, how strong he was, when did he become leader, and all that good stuff. Then I'll be like, all right, that's what's up. That's good enough right there, in my personal opinion. The next one here said Mike Guys learns summoning. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Mike Guy, he he's like kind of like Rock Lee, but he also he learns summoning. I just want to know, when did this turtle become his summoning, and how that interaction with one another became more than anything, quite honestly. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's like a filler episode that could have been done. I don't really too much care about him learning summoning. I love to see him training with the eight gates after seeing his knowing that his father did eight gates. I would love to see more between those two more than anything. I wonder if his father's fight goal will be on here. Next up, their love story. Choji's. Nah, I'm good. I don't really care for that. Minato Uzumaki and Hashirama Senju's child. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we know Sonati is his granddaughter. So who was her father? They never really hinted or say anything about it. I don't that I know of. I might have to fact check that, but I don't think we've heard anything about Lady Sonati's father and how powerful was the father. Was he, because being both Senju and Uzumaki, ho 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 ho. That sounds like magic, man. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like beautiful magic. Cause that sounds like a really OP child. But I wonder. Um, they said they brought up his name before, his name before, but no, I don't think we really got anything. Yeah, I don't think we really got anything about her father, but I would have loved to see it. I think that'd have been very interesting to see him as a fighter. How strong was he? If they said something about it, I'm out of touch. I don't know because I ain't never heard anything about it, and I skipped a lot of the fillers. But y'all know something about it. Comment section, comment section, comment section. By the way, hit the like, comment, and subscribe so y'all can keep update with all random videos that y'all love seeing here on the channel. Next up is the summoning user of the Great Marlin. Was this filler? I don't know nothing about this one. I don't remember this one at all. I don't remember this. This looks like filler. What they said is that why this only was just a summoner user. Why they can't just be a random massive fish in the ocean? The ocean. We even have to assume, and even in the Japanese culture and their animes and stuff, that the ocean is so deep that they can't explore it either. So this type of fish lives there. Well, let's be honest. It might just live there. We don't know nothing about it. Just saying, but I don't really care for that. Sorcery versus the third Kazekage. Yes. Yes, I would love to see exactly how that fight went out because the third Kazekage with his, what was it? It was his iron release. Yeah, iron sand release, which is top tier, one of the top tiers. And then Sasori was able to some way he was able to defeat him. Now, the question is, did Orochimaru also help out in that fighting so sorcery can get the body of the third? That's my real question. Because I think I feel like Orochimaru kind of hinted at it, or Sasori hinted at it. Somebody hinted at it a little bit because he couldn't. I don't think Sasori had enough. I don't think he would have had enough to just take down the third Kazekage, especially thinking that the Kazekage wouldn't know about the puppet use and stuff. I'm pretty sure he saw Lady Chiyo using them in war, and he's like, "What is this about?" And inquire about the use of puppets in his village with Sasori of the Red Sand. So I would assume he would have known how they function or how they work at least, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's never gonna touch me," type deal. So I wonder this Orochimaru helped Sasori out because him and Sasori was quote unquote on the same side a little bit. Sasori was supposed to take him out, but he was kind of quote unquote on the same side. So I would assume this for Orochimaru to get more equated without the Akatsuki, but on Sasori's good side would be helping him kill the third Kazekage. Is what I would have to assume. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it. I know that for a fact, but I would love to see how that battle would have came out. Man, that gotta be crazy. And I would love to see what Sasori does with the puppets to where he could still use the deceased person's jutsus because he was using the iron release like it was nothing. I'm like, he might have explained it, but I don't remember. It's been so long that I don't remember. But I would love to see how that works out. Not next up here, we got none of Chinchiriki's. It was Yagura's death. He was the Mizukage, if I'm not mistaken, and wasn't it Orochimaru who took him out? I think it was Orochimaru who took him out, if I'm not mistaken, because he dressed up as him. I think he dressed no the Mizukage. Yeah, didn't he dress up as him? Or I'm pretty sure he dressed up as him, or he dressed up as somebody. And I somebody I forgot. They explained a little bit about who did it to an extent. I just don't remember what they said though. It's been like I said, it's been a while. I forgot exactly what they said. But I guess if you're gonna add all the tail beasts in here, you should have made a they should have made a big old spot to make all the tail beasts deaths. GG that instead of making multiple slides for this crap. You know what I'm saying? Next up, Minato Uzumaki sealed the Nine Tails to herself. Eh, eh. I don't really care for that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care that at all. I don't really care for that. Let us seal it. What's the okay? I'm good. I don't care for that. Next up, we got the Uzumaki village versus the five great nations. Yes, that'll be very interesting to see why the five great nations felt the Uzumakis was so much of a threat that they had to all team up to jump them and kill them all off, quite honestly. And then who were the who was the Kages during this time frame too, and how did they all agree to that? Because it feels like, in my personal opinion, it feels like the Hidden Leaf Village had the most to gain for keeping the Uzumaki clan. Because you had Naruto, of course, Naruto's mother, of course. You had Um, what's her name? From Sasuke's group, homegirl with the glasses. So she was a Uzumaki. You had Nagato. He was a Uzumaki, but he was over there in the Rain Village or whatever. Of course, you have Hashirama's wife. Like it felt, if that's what it feels like. It felt like the Uzumaki clan was just gonna slowly integrate into the Hidden Leaf Village. But I don't know. I would like to see it. I would like to see the thought process, the reasons they would have had, and why. I mean, not why, but in what happened after that. Like, was there any survivors of the Uzumaki clan that would have had and combined with the Hidden Leaf? And then why wasn't they so pissed off at the Hidden Leaf? That's my question. I have a lot of questions on that. Let's be honest. Hashirama's death. Yeah, yeah, that's a different one. That's a different one because could have been old age. Then they say it was like old age or something. I feel like that would be a cop out answer. Would be because old age, old age. It's like could it be old age? Uh, they say he died in combat while fighting for peace. That's what they said. Uh, they say his own powers might have shortened his lifespan. That's what some people are thinking. I don't know. The data book said he died in combat. So how? How did he die in combat? Like, how old was he when he died? Was he so old that his regeneration abilities wouldn't work that well anymore, that he couldn't survive? Or did somebody just reaper seal him or something? Like, it has to be a higher thought process than just, well, he just died in combat. How did he die in combat? Who killed him in combat? What was the jitsu that was used, if any? Questions, questions, questions. That's a crazy one. That's a high one right there. Hanzo the Salamander versus the three legendary Sunny. Yes, this seemed more from Hanzo in general because I wasn't really impressed with him when they brought him back in the war. So I don't know if that was filler or not, but they brought him back in the war and he fought the samurais, and the homeboy was like matching Hanzo blow. It seemed like he was matching him. So I'm like, is he just as strong as them, or is he just as strong as Hanzo, or what have you? Not only that, but he fought the legendary Signy when they were still pups, pretty much. They were still pups. They wasn't whatchamacallit, they wasn't in their primes or nothing like that. That's why he dubbed him. He the one who dubbed him the legendary Signy. So and then the question is, he dubbed him that. So if he would have fought against the White Fang, would he be able to match? I mean, is the White Fang just as strong as Hanzo, or is he stronger than Hanzo? That's another question. Because that's another question I have. That's the one we're gonna have to leave off on. I ain't gonna lie. That's the one we're gonna have to. I would love to see if he was on the same level. He was stronger. He was weaker because he dubbed him, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Kakashi's father. He was stronger than them. He was stronger than them. Then what the world? You know what I'm saying? That's an interesting one. Not gonna lie, that's a very good, interesting one. This one right here happens to deal with Lady Sonati's boyfriend at the time, Dan's death. Look like it's like war. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, his jitsu was cool. I think he can. It was like, was it the spirit out projection or something like that out of his body to go and travel to wherever he needs to go to get to deliver messages. I don't think he can do anything after that. And if I'm not mistaken, this was doing war parts. So that kind of explains anything. Literally, any top tier ninja probably killed him. That's not a death we need to go through. And let's be honest, that's not something we need to go through. Obito's training under Madara. We seen that in the flashbacks, didn't we? Didn't we see that in the flashbacks they was doing that it was what you call it. It was Zepsu that was pretty much giving Obito's training and stuff. Don't forget, Obito was already an Uchiha, so he was already very he was very skilled. He was very skilled. He was able to match Kakashi, even adult version of Kakashi. So you could tell that Obito didn't go underneath some weak training and stuff. I'm pretty sure all Madara did was teach him how to master his Komori and learn how to phase through stuff. He probably taught him that. That's probably all he really could teach him. Because don't forget, Madara, he was old. He was deaf. He was pretty much dead. He was only living because of the Gedo statue. After that thing was cut off, when he cut himself from that, he died. So that's what all the plans started going out for Madara. Obito probably just trained by himself and stuff. Like I said, Madara only teach him how to master the his Manakil Sharingan. That's probably it. Madara Uchiha versus Mu and Inoki. I mean, I think just the pure presence of Madara Uchiha alone and putting both of them in the ultimate Genjutsu, that's most likely what happened. Because remember, Onoki was the first one that said, do not look in his eyes because he felt Madara said, "Didn't I already showed you the difference in between strength between us?" So clearly Madara didn't kill both of them because they both end up because I think didn't Mu in the all the second didn't all the second Kages kill each other's? If I'm not mistaken, all the Kages end up killing each other's like that. So, and I'll assume right here, Madara put both of them under an eternal mighty kill Genjutsu to showcase just the differences in between strength. To show his monstrous chakra form against those two, and they're like, never mind, let me back up. Because if Madara fought them, he kills them. Let's be honest. He's not letting them live. He's gonna kill them. That's how Madara was. That's what I don't think I can think because Inoki could stay because he stayed alive for so long and stuff. After that, let's be honest here. Madara probably left them off with a warning. He probably did it because if he killed them, then Hashirama would have been pissed if he found out about it, and then all that drama. And Madara probably wasn't ready yet too. So that's what I think happened. Huh. Funny part right here. The second TC Kage versus the second Mizukage. Yes, like so I was right. So yeah, so right there, the answer to the first one is this one right here. They end up killing each other, if I'm not mistaken. They battle to the death, which that was been interesting. Another guy who uses Genjutsu with his clam, the Mizukage, and then the Tsuchikage was end up using, he was sensory type and he can blend in and cut his powers in half whenever he split his body apart. And the particle style user, yeah, that'd have been a very interesting death battle. I don't know, yeah, that'd have been very interesting. I think the entire exploring the other villages in general and their history of their kages and stuff and the wars they had between each others that didn't involve the hidden leaf. That I think those stories should definitely be talked about more because that's a lot of information that we are definitely missing out on. Let's be honest. Of course, Tobirama Senju versus the 20S ranked ninjas. If I'm not mistaken, Kinkaku and Gikaku, the gold and silver brothers with the powers of the Nine Tails being out there, was also part of that those 20S ranked ninjas. So I think this is also the time where he went ahead and crowned Hiruzen as the third Hokage. So yeah, that'd have been interesting. I would love to see how Tobirama because how did the Gold and Silver Brothers die? Did they die against Tobirama? Because that put that man on a whole nother level, my personal opinion. Did because if he did that, hey, that man is more goaded than I thought he would be. Let's be honest here. Let me take a look. No, 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 that's the wrong one. Gold and Silver Brothers Naruto. Cause the Golden Brother would likely win. They are historically known to have been the one the first one killed. Yeah, okay, they killed him in the first war, ambushing him with their powerful weaponry and leaving him on the verge of death. Okay, yeah. So they had to ambush him. Let's be honest. They had to ambush this man. Yeah, they had to ambush him to kill him. So it's not like they so even at probably at the weakened state, he was able to beat them. In a weakened state, he was able to push them past their limits. Let's guarantee that. Because full power, head up, 2 against 1, he's probably watching them. So then these other S ranked ninjas probably thought they was good enough to fight back. I mean, fight. Yeah, he probably beat them too, though. He was the original Flying Thunder God user right there. So, yeah, I would love to see that too. Let's be. See, I was right here. Uh, Mike Dan versus the Seven Ninja Swordsman. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought that would be on here because we was talking about Mike Guy earlier. So yeah, there's his daddy right here. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I'm pretty sure he was killed by them. If I'm not mistaken, he was killed. Oh no, I would like to see who killed all seven ninja swordsmen and how that worked out. Because they seemed like they was really strong doing the war part. They was really, really strong and talented doing the war part. So I wonder how they would react to seeing a low class, a quote unquote lower ninja fighting against them, and then he brings out the hitting gates. That's the real question. They're probably like, what is this power he got or whatever? Yeah, yeah. That's a fight. That's definitely a fight I would love to see. The third Raikage versus the 10,000 Shinobi. So another one versus all moment. Minato did 1,000, and we tell why with his speed. Third Raikage, he just had in he couldn't be pierced unless he was himself. Y'all remember he couldn't be pierced unless he was himself. So him versus a 10,000 shinobi, there's probably nothing they could do against the man. The man's body was just, let's be honest, the man's body was untouchable. Don't forget, he was also the one to cut off the horn off the eight tails too. So that so you know they was about that smoke life. You know they was about that smoke life. So third Raikage versus the 10,000 shinobi, okay, but I think we probably know what this looked like. I think this would be another Madara situation. Let's be honest, it'd be another Madara situation. Lord Jashin's identity. I've my thought process. This is my thought process. My thought process is Lord Jashin is the Reaper of Death because that's the only thing I can think of because he's actually sacrificing these people, and him and the Reaper of Death. The Reaper of Death still thing has this agreement to allow him to be immortal or something. That's the only thing I can think of. But it could be, as this picture is looking like, this could be a person in general. This could be one of those Tuski members or something. I don't know, but I thought it was like the Reaper of Death. Whenever they used that, maybe it was the Reaper's of Death original form or something that he started praising them or something, and then the Reaper of Death he slowly went away, but he kept that bond. With I don't know, I don't know. That's just a head theory, head theory, head theory. And then finally, here is the creation of Shinobi World. Is it really that important? I mean, from the flashbacks we got, from the fillers and stuff with the flashback, it's just Kagewa was allowing her sons to help with the world, and the sons end up teaching everybody about ninjutsus and taijutsus and all them jutsus and stuff, and spread their word across the world. And eventually, people started picking it up and learning how to fight and, and mastering their chakra and stuff. My personal opinion, but I could be 100% wrong about all that. So I guess that it's not something that I'm excited to look for type deal. But hey, but that's it. That is all of it. That's a lot. But you guys make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the next